Insomniac secretly changed the look of one of the suit powers with the most recent update. We got some new info about the backstory of the Raimi suit and that it actually was planned before the actual release of the game, and there's more, so let's get into it. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. The big thing that Insomniac added with update 1.13 was of course the Raimi suit. Also, the new Christmas themed photo mode editions were nice, and we can replay the game now with our New Game Plus save. But that was not all. They also changed something that they did not note in their patch notes, and it's regarding the awesome looking Iron Spider armor suit that we of course got with the Turf Wars DLC that I like more than the movie one we had in the game at launch. And that regular Iron Spider suit of course came with the Iron Arms suit power that is pretty strong but mostly just looks amazing. And also on the later released Iron Spider armor suit, these arms look amazing as we see in the gameplay from Wolf Bandits from before update 1.13. And by the way, a link to Wolf Bandits channel is in the description down below. Because that is the thing, these arms on the Iron Spider armor suit look different now than before update 1.13. And this shot from Seba perfectly demonstrates the arms before update 1.13. We went from the gold with the red touches that we saw on all the outfits to a purely gold one, as we see in the comics as well. And I want to thank Psycho, Azio and Blaine for reaching out to me about this on Twitter. Really nice find. So really cool that they changed that, giving the Iron Spider armor sort of its own suit power after all, because of course all the suits that were added after launch lack a new suit power. And it by the way seems like this is it in terms of new suits, as Insomniac has been pretty openly responding with no to people asking for suits like the amazing Spider-Man one. And I get why people want more suits for this game, but I'm like, this first game ended with a real bang. Let them shift focus to the next game and keep some suits for that one as well, right? Also, why would you want new suits if there's no new content to play? That's why it works so well with the DLC, that you got a new suit while playing the content you haven't experienced before. So not to say that we will not see any new suits, they haven't said that either. I just think that it's very unlikely. Although I would not be surprised if we saw a sort of tie-in with the Far From Home movie when it launches in the summer, that they maybe release that new suit in the game. Would be pretty cool, like we see with the Into the Spider-Verse of course as well. Although Into the Spider-Verse of course perfectly lined up with the Silver Lining DLC. And while we talk about Silver Lining, Spider-Man by the way gained some new followers in that DLC in the social feed. He went from 26.3 million in Turf Wars to 28.1 followers in the Silver Lining DLC. I'm curious to see how many he will have in the sequel. By the way, did you know that the coolest suit from that DLC, obviously the cyborg one, in the selfie mode, the eye from the eye patch changes too when you go through the different emotes. Really cool. So yes, I'm glad they added the Raimi suit before the final DLC, so we could like experience these cutscenes with this amazing suit. And we now learned that this suit was already in the works prior to the game's release, according to James, the community director at Insomniac, saying that due to complexity, we could say absolutely nothing. And that is likely to do with the many rights associated with this trilogy that they had to check that before putting it in the game. He later continues saying that we would not hunt at something until we are absolutely sure it's going to happen. And yes, I get that for sure, like, giving people hope and then not delivering on that promise would be the absolute worst. So glad that everything worked out in the end and that we can now swing around in this amazing suit. I by the way would not be surprised if this was first planned as a New Game Plus reward, because I still thought it was pretty weird that there was no sort of reward after you finished the New Game Plus mode. Maybe they planned to add the Raimi suit with that New Game Plus mode update, but because of complications they could not make it work. Pure speculation of course, could totally be false, but I would not be surprised if that was the case. Subscribe for everything Spider-Man PS4, I still got some cool videos about the game planned. Like this video to support the channel, and of course at the end of every Spider-Man video I take a look at the pictures you send me via Twitter with the SpiderRaptor hashtag, or on Instagram JorRaptor. Follow me there and then share your shots. Just like Admiral Manta did with this shot from the Raimi suit, a Spider-Man running against the wall, boosting himself up. I love the sun on Spider-Man's head. And speaking of Spider-Man's head, Sean sent a zoom-in shot that is enhanced with the awesome effect from a suit power, taking over Spidey's eyes as well. Really cool. Jacob does a ground slam, sending enemies flying while we see the webs in the air as well, and the small bits of ground flying too. Really nice shot. Thought I was only going to show you the web suit. Well, no. Ben also shared one of the Spider-Verse suits that I actually like more than in that video where I kind of discussed the suits. So it kind of grew on me more. This shot is nicely centered and we see the dark clouds in the background like taking over. But yeah, that's about it. Back to the Raimi suit with Elino. This one is really amazing, focusing on the beautiful details of the suit while we see the Empire State Building in the distance there. New phone backgrounds, anyone? And we end with a shot from Spider-Man before the Silver Lining DLC, ready to kick Hammerhead's ass. Really nicely timed with the amazing light shining on the suit, showing you again how amazing it looks. Nice one, Tony. And with that, I want to wish you the best for the holidays. Enjoy your Christmas. I will be doing that too. Of course, like the video to support the channel. Subscribe for way more Spider-Man content. Check out my video with my impressions of the Silver Lining DLC and the new free DLC suits. Or on that update 1.13 if you haven't checked that out yet and want a full rundown. Thanks for watching, of course, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.